In this video, we will see competitions amongst processes for resources. Two or more processes want to access a resource during their execution means there is a competition among the processes to acquire the resource. Resources can be I/O devices, memory, process time, and the clock. Each process is unaware of the existence of other processes and it won't get affected by the execution of other processes. There is no exchange of information between the competition's processes. However, the execution of one process may affect the behavior of competing processes. If two processes wish to access a single resource, then one process will be allocated that resource by the operating system and other will have to wait. Therefore, the process that is denied will be slowed down. It may happen that the block process may never get access to the resource. For example, resource can be a printer. Both P1 and P2 wants to access the printer. If it is assigned to P1, then P2 has to wait till printer becomes free. It may happen that P2 may never get access to the printer. The competing processes must face three control problems. First is a need of mutual exclusion. Second, the deadlock, and the third is starvation. So we'll see this each one in detail. Mutual exclusion, also known as mutex, is a program object that prevents simultaneous access to a shared resource. Okay, suppose two or more processes wants to require access to a printer which is a resource. Such a resource is known as critical resource and a portion of the program that use it as a critical section of the program. Only one process or a program is allowed to be in a control section, means the control of the printer is given to only one process at a particular time. The resource is locked for other processes till the first process is finished its task. To enforce mutex, two functions are used: enter critical and exit critical. So here you can see this is an example. Suppose there are n processes, process 1, process 2 and process n. Okay. So here while true means till the condition is true it will enter, and this is the enter critical part, then exit critical part. So in between these two, enter critical and exit critical, we have to write a code which will access the common resource. Similarly for P2 and Pn. Okay, we will see later on in detail how to use this section, critical section. Another is the deadlock. After mutex, what we will see? The deadlock. Okay, second one. So what is deadlock? It is a situation where a set of processes are blocked because each process is holding a resource and waiting for another resource acquired by some other process. So we'll see one example as shown in figure. There are two processes P1 and P2, P1 and P2, and each process wants two resources, resource 1 and resource 2. Okay, so OS has assigned resource 1 to process 1 and resource 2 to process 2. But process 1 is waiting for resource 2 and process 2 will be waiting for resource 1. Okay, so to complete the task, process 1 wants the access of resource 2 and process 2 wants the access of resource 1. Both the processes will not release the resources which they are already owning it. Hence, both the processes are deadlocked.
A final control problem is starvation. Suppose that three processes P1, P2 and P3 each require periodic access to the resource R. Okay. Consider the situation in which P1 is in possession of the resource. Okay. And both P2 and P3 are delayed, waiting for the resource. When P1 exits its critical section, either P2 or P3 should be allowed the access to R. Assume that the OS grants access to P3 and that P1 again requires access before P3 completes its critical section. If the OS grants access to P1 after P3 has finished and subsequently alternately grants access to P1 and P3, then P2 may indefinitely be denied access to the resource even though there is no deadlock situation. So this is called as a starvation. So P2 is not getting access of the resource R because it has a lowest priority than P1 and P3. Now we'll see the difference between deadlock and starvation. Okay, first point is under deadlock, all processes keep waiting for each other to complete and none get executed. So we have already seen in the deadlock that process 1 was waiting for resource 2 which is assigned to process 2, and process 2 was waiting for resource 1 which was assigned to process 1. Okay, so that's why all the processes will keep waiting for each other to complete. And the starvation, high priority processes keep executing and low priority processes are blocked. Just now we have seen. Okay. Second, resources are blocked by the processes. And under starvation, resources are continuously utilized by high priority processes. And to occur deadlock, necessary conditions are mutual exclusion, hold and wait, no preemption, and circular wait. So what is no preemption? We have already seen. Preemption means preempt. Preempt means after some time the execution will go to some other, next process will be executed by CPU. So if there is a preemption, then deadlock will not occur. Okay. And circular wait, just now we have seen. Okay. Priorities are assigned to the processes. Depending upon the priority, the resource is given to that particular process. This deadlock is also known as circular wait. Starvation is also known as live lock. Deadlock can be prevented by avoiding the necessary conditions for deadlock, and starvation can be prevented by aging. So what is aging? Aging means the lower priority process, after some times the priority will increase and it won't stop.